Hey there, everybody. Welcome back with the Plat. Purplatypus is the name, and welcome to another Dragon Quest Tact video. Now, today's video is going to be a little bit different. You can probably tell by the title, but this is going to be 7 things that I wish were better in the game. I've been very positive on the game overall, but, you know, I do think there are some things that can improve, and so I do want to get those out there and kind of let people know. I figure this is a good time also with a lot of downtime, which is not one of the things that I think needs to be better. I want to kind of clarify before going in. I'm trying to avoid things that I think will get better over time, such as the fact that we don't have arena, or the fact that we don't have much content to do right now other than just grinding free-to-play units, account CP kind of. That doesn't really bother me. I don't like it. That'll be fixed over time, right? So I don't think it's worth addressing in a video that I'm more going to address things that I think aren't going to be fixed over time without people making a stink about it. So we'll start with the economy, move more into mechanics, and then we will go from there. Anyway, number 1, my least favorite thing probably about the whole game is how free gems and paid gems are the same exact color. Like, occasionally you'll get things that are cost free gems or cost paid gems. And I see this little paid here, but like when you're buying, it's not clear enough. Why can't one be blue? Why can't one be green? Why can't it just be, why does it have to be the same color with just a little symbol on it? And then here, it shows your full combined paid and free gems. So you don't know how many you have are paid and how many are free, right? Like, they should just be separate currencies then, in my opinion. Also, particularly annoying, and I've seen this, it got me once, and it got a lot of other people one time as well. You will buy something like this, right? You need 3,000 gems to do a 10 pull, right? So you look here, this is 2,940 gems. And this is an example, like when a new unit comes out and it's a 3,000 for a guaranteed S unit. So you need 3,000 paid gems. Let's say you have 0. You're like, okay, this comes with 2,940 gems plus 240 bonus gems. What this is not clear with, and what they really need to address, in my opinion, is that the bonus gems are free gems, not paid gems. So if you need 3,000 paid gems for a summon, for like any kind of guaranteed S-pull summon, this will give you 60 gems short. The 240 gems go into your free gems. And I know it says bonus gems, but it doesn't say paid gems, free gems. Like, I've seen this in other games, right? This isn't uncommon. I'm playing Disgaea right now, and it'll be very clear. It'll be like 3,000 paid quartz plus 1,000 free quartz. This is much too obscure, and people like me, I was like, oh, I thought the bonus gems were then included in the 2,940. I didn't understand why. I didn't even understand until someone told me that bonus gems weren't paid gems. So that's something I really think should change. The color of the currencies and this kind of communication for the paid versus free gems, I think just needs to be more clear. Honestly, it feels the closest thing. This right here, what we're looking at on the screen, is the closest thing that I think this game does to scummy, right? I think this game is very generous for the most part, especially for free-to-play players. I would say free-to-play players much more generous than it is to whale players. But this is a thing that feels like it's almost designed to mislead people, and there's going to be a couple things on this list that are similar to that. Number 2, and again, this kind of is looping in with the economy. I hate that the battle pass I hate that the increased battle speed is locked behind a paid monthly service. I really think extra fast should be available to all players always, no matter what. Now, the things, I do like that there's a monthly pass, right? It gives you extra dailies. If you're normally only getting 1 daily, you get 2 dailies. I'm like, all right, that's a huge value. But maybe they could do something like you get 1 daily free pull. Maybe you get a bigger tact point card. Maybe you get a better tact point cap or something. Like, that kind of stuff's gonna be on here also. But like, there's so many things you could add to a monthly pass that will make people want to spend. But making something that feels mandatory almost to get shit done, and it's like frustrating to play the game without it, shouldn't be something behind a paywall. Like, I love the $5 a month thing. I love getting my extra dailies. I would love anything besides the battle speed being in there. Everyone should have access to that battle speed, in my opinion. That's number 2 in general. It's not a very long one. I think it's pretty obvious. I would love for that to be changed in the future. I don't suspect it will, but which is why I'm addressing it on this list. All right, now we're gonna move to tact points. Actually, there's 2 things. I love tact points. Love tact points. Great way for free-to-play players to get summons, and great way for paid players to get summons. They're wonderful. Two things I hate about tact points. One, the cap is not nearly high enough in my opinion. That is 1 month of free-to-play currency you could put in here. And 1 month is a long time, but sometimes, for example, there's a lot of players that they don't want to pull on any units. They want to pull on the 6-month anniversary when the game came out. So like this should be like 100,000. And so you can see it up here, it's 20,000. It should be like 100,000, right? Because what this does by being 20,000, it means every month free-to-play players have to pull 5 for something they may not want. And in only 5 pulls, like they're gonna have to pull 5 pulls a week after they hit the cap, and you're not buying the metal cards. You have to spend 5 pulls, 5,000 points a week to not lose points. My cat's freaking out right now. They just knocked a big old box over, but we'll address that in a minute. And so like it doesn't let people save for what they want, because then when the thing finally does come out, you get 20 pulls, and that's not enough to get anything. Like it's way too low for free-to-play players to save for what they want, in my opinion. And I know it could be even lower or whatever, like, but it really should be like 5 times higher, I think, truthfully. But also, while on the point of tact points, number 4, and this one's not a big deal, but this is something that I think is core, and it's very similar to the bonus free gem scenario I was talking about. The fact that the tact point shop has all this stuff, it's awesome. The 500 EXP codex I don't love, because it's basically there for like, I feel like people that have the metal tact points to not be able to evenly spend their tact points sometimes if you're trying to save up. But whatever, that's not that important. What I hate is these weapons even being in the shop. I know no one's forcing you to buy it. There's nothing in the game telling you to buy these, but in a way there is, right? If you're a brand new player, like these feel specifically designed to trap you and make you waste your very limited resources. These are the worst, the absolute worst thing in the game value-wise. You're getting rid of 2 pulls for a weapon, 1 copy of a weapon that is terrible. You will never use these. If you do your battle roads, you're gonna get A weapons that are way better. When you beat the story, you get access to farm way better weapons. These are garbage, 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 and no one buys them when you have any experience in the game. But for people that don't watch YouTube, people that maybe don't go on Reddit, people that aren't in the Discord, people that are just casually playing this game, like, and they start off, they might lose, how much, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. They might lose 10 pulls, a full 10 pull, just to buy garbage. They might waste 2 weeks of tact points to buy this garbage because they think there's a reason they might need it. And it's like, I know that no one's forcing to buy it, but it's like when there's something in the game that is such a bad value proposition, it feels like it's there to trap new people that don't understand the economy yet, because when you're getting to a gacha for the first time, there's so much going on. You don't know. You could get level up awakenings, you could rank them up, you could level them up, you could get them new abilities, you could level abilities here. You got to have weapons, you got to have armor. Like there's so many systems going on to make a unit stronger that it's hard to know how to spend your limited resources intelligently. And early on, you could easily see in your first week, maybe you don't have any battle roads done, obviously. You're like, oh, I don't have any weapons, but this seems like a good way to get weapons, and you're just throwing away your tact points. I don't even like that these are here. They feel like they're trying to scam new people out of resources, because anyone that has more than 3 weeks in the game never touches these ever. But I actually was giving them benefit of the doubt. I thought there was armor in here. I was like, all right, well, at least there's no armor in the game you can get without spending gold. So maybe it's okay to get like 2 of these, get 1 of each or something sometimes. Like it still wouldn't be, but at least there would be some value, I think. But no, it's weapons. You get all this stuff replaced easily. Now I'm just rambling on. But anyway, on to the next one. We're going to get into the mechanics of the game now. There's not that much here. I actually really like the mechanics of the game, which is why I play it. But let's go ahead and do something that I know we've all thought and we all know we agree with. Probably. We're going to go here. I'm going to find a team like shit. Well, let's go here. All right, let's go ahead and do party equipment. Let's go ahead and include all of my roster and recommend. Go ahead. Auto equip sucks. All right, look at this. What is this guy? This guy is he's a gigantus, but what is he? He's a demon. And what did they equip him with? Let's take a look. Oh, it looks like they equipped him with a inorganic sword. It looks like it equipped this guy with a dragon sword. It equipped this guy, who's a demon, with a fucking nature sword. It equipped this guy. That's actually not bad because it's this S. The S's are pretty good because the stats are just high enough. But like the auto equip is terrible. It is terrible, terrible, terrible. Now, I've heard people say it doesn't equip for what is best on the unit, because how could it? You know, it can't know exactly what's going to be best on the unit. It equips for highest CP. But here's the thing. Let's go in right here, right now. Change equipment. I don't know. Let's just take a look at any demon weapon that we have, that we included all weapons. It's not like we said don't use weapons that are limited, right? Let's go here. That one keeps the exact same CP, which is actually kind of interesting. But let's see if we could find look at this one. This one will increase the CP of our unit. Even though I said include all units on all of our units, or sorry, all equipment on all of our units and find the best one, this one will give us more CP. So it's not equipping based off CP. It's not equipping based on family. It's not equipping based on, like, obviously what's good. It's like taking what it doesn't make any sense. The auto equip is terrible. It's like unusably bad. And as you get, like, in the early game, it's not that bad because you just have some silver weapons, maybe a gold weapon. There's not that much. But as you get further in the game, you get more equipment, more armor, more weapons. It gets worse and worse and worse. I would love for them to retouch the algorithm or something. At least, like, if something only has bonus stats on a specific family, at least only auto equip that on that family. If I for some reason want to equip an inorganic sword on my demon, I'll do that manually, right? Because that's going to be so few and far between that I would want that. Just like, don't equip that sword on this unit, like, ever. It should equip a generic weapon or a weapon that's better for it. Especially, like, I can understand these kinds of equipments if the other equipment is on other units and I don't tell it to include that. Because when you go here to party equipment, would you like to include the full roster's equipment that's pull from? That means it'll just take things off of other units, put it on this unit. Even though there's a axe that's better for this guy, at least in terms of CP, which is at least reasonable, it doesn't even take it. And I don't know why. It's very bad. I would love this to be retouched. It's not that big of a deal, but it is annoying to switch around your equipment for every fight, always manually. Then you have to take it off units, blah, blah, blah. You should at least be able to get, like, a rough estimate of, like, what the good stuff you have is by doing this, and just realistically, you can't. And this final tip, number 4, not tip, sorry, the final complaint, number 7, number 4, that was a really dumb sentence. I don't like, actually, sorry, there is 2 more. There's no auto repeat in the game. And now I don't mind that there's no auto repeat that much, but what I do mind is that the game, to me, communicates to you, it wants you to grind. The game to me feels like it's telling you, hey, use an auto clicker, but at the same time, you can't use an auto clicker because they're against the TOS, right? You can't be running third-party apps over your app. But the game, one, it could just disable overlays, which it doesn't, because the game, I think the developers know everyone's going to use auto clickers for the most part. Like, so many of the top players are just going to end up using them because it's impossible to grind as much as you need to maintain the top, you know. But also that, like, I was like, all right, I can understand they don't want you to use auto clickers. I guess it's fine. But then they go ahead and they add these new battle roads. And when you do these, you get Dragon Quest Tact medals. You get Dragon Quest 3 medals. And so if you have this run all night while you're sleeping, and then all day when you're not playing, you're going to get tens of thousands of more medals, which is going to convert to tens of thousands of more gold, potentially, because of the Dragon Quest shop. So it's like the game is asking you to use auto clickers, but then it's saying you can't use auto clickers. So why not just have an auto repeat function in the game? You don't need it for things that cost stamina. Like, that's fine, because I can understand it's part of the manual grind, but when you're going to give us something that costs 0 stamina and give us a reward for doing that, you're not, it feels so ridiculous to not give us an auto repeat option. Like, I don't know, maybe even do auto repeat 10 times. Maybe, like, not even, like, skip ticket, you know, require, like, I understand, like, there's the economy of skip tickets, right? That's why you don't allow auto repeat on every level. With things cost stamina, I can understand, it's like, no, you use skip tickets for this. You know, you save up this and use skip tickets here. But when something that I can't even use skip tickets on, and then I'm being asked to download an auto clicker, which is against their TOS, so I can get more gold and get more in-game economy for my free-to-play player, you know, if I'm a free-to-play player, I need that gold. I need it more than any paid player because I get half the amount of gold that they do for the most part because I don't have the battle pass. And now I'm being asked to break the rules in order to, you know, to relatively compete. Just cut out the middleman and just add an auto repeat on battle roads and event battle roads. and things like that. Like I would like it in the entire game, but I understand there's an economy of skip tickets as well, right? So I don't want to mess with their current systems, but this doesn't mess with anything. This is just, this is going to let people not use things that you tell us we're not allowed to use. Anyway, maybe that's a bit rambly, but I really think there should be an auto repeat option, especially for 0 stamina things with rewards that they're expecting us to do all the time. And finally, this one's a little more outside the game itself, and it's gotten better, but it's not really, is communication from the game / developers. Like, we get some notices and stuff, but like, we know there's new stuff coming in like tomorrow. Maybe like if we look at our, let's take a look. Do the polls end? If we look at the scouts, these end tomorrow, right? 11:59, April 18th. So this is going to end. Both of these, I'm recording this probably a little bit before you're seeing it, or a little bit before it goes live on YouTube anyway. These are all ending tomorrow. We have no idea what's coming. They've given us no updates. We're 24 hours away from maybe a week of downtime, maybe a week of new content, maybe new banners, maybe not, and we've heard nothing, right? Like, unless something's happened and I've missed it on Twitter, I have Twitter notifications on only for Dragon Quest Tact so I can keep up with this stuff. Just like they're not telling us what's going on in advance. We have a community manager now, and the community manager says that they're working on a roadmap and they're working on getting more communication out there and stuff like that. But even like letting us know, not even a full week, but like 3-4 days in advance what we can expect. Because right now, everyone is still speculating. Everyone that knows and keeps up with the Japan release is like, is Medini's training camp coming? Are we going to get this unit? Are we going to get that unit? Is Arena coming? They had a Arena beta. Are we going to get the Arena beta? That should have already been out. Why isn't that out? What's going on? Blah, 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 blah. It's all this speculation, and a lot of things follow the roadmap, but everything's slightly different, right? We're skipping event units, like Christmas, holiday, and October units and shit like that. So it's like, it's just, I need the game to communicate with us more, to let us know what's going on. And I understand there's like an element of, the game doesn't want us to future-proof too much, right? The game likes having things come unexpected. That way you are unprepared to capitalize on it. That way you're more incentivized to maybe spend money, right? There's just an element to that for sure. We don't need to know a month out, but let us know a couple days. That way at least content creators can let other people know. That way people can like not just have it dropped in their laps, you know? And even beyond the preparation, get us something to be excited for. Like, near the last 3-4 days of a event, no one's excited about the event anymore, right? Like, the EX fights are cool, but also, like, why give us only 6 days to do the EX fights? Why? Like, yeah, for whales like me, it's fine, but like, it doesn't even give me time to make guides for it. The EX fights, we need at least 15 days minimum. I think that gives us a week to experiment with them and a week to help other people get through. You know, I think that's much more reasonable, but this isn't partisan about that, but just communicate with us more, get people hyped for what's coming up next, because like, I'm sure the player numbers and the cost of like what people are spending, like near the end of events, right? It's got to be dipping, because people aren't doing anything. What is there to do in the game right now? Right now, if you're a day one player, all you have to do is grind story units. Like, that's it. There's no fights other than fights you've already done. You can grind the rank up mats for the campaign right now, but like, I've already done that for 5 days, 6 days. I have like 1,000 of each of these things or something. You know, I have a ridiculous amount, and I'm not against grinding for that stuff. That's fine, but at least get us excited for what's next before it's just here. You know, I don't know. I would just like some more communication. And now that we're at the end of the video, I am gonna let you know I am gonna do a video about things that I like about the game, but I did want to do a video about things I disliked. Mostly just to get it out there, because I don't normally talk about, I don't think, the stuff as much as I should probably. Like, I do want to make sure that the game is getting better over time, and I try to address, again, only things that I think aren't going to get addressed unless we make a stink about it. And communication is one of those things I think may not get addressed. Auto equip, auto repeat, tact point cap, weapons in the attack shop, paid battle speed, and free/paid gems, the way they're presented. Those are things I think are likely going to be the same a year from now, which is why I want to make a video about why, you know, that I don't like them, and I hope that they consider changing their mind on those things. Anyway, guys, that's going to be it. This is a bit longer than I thought it would be, but, you know, I hope you enjoyed it. If you got anything else I forgot you want to include, let me know down below. And that's going to be it. Purplatypus is Purplatypus, guys. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you guys next time.